Hey guys, it's Jungle MGTOW, and we're back with another episode. Today I want to talk about why now more than ever, you got to be protecting yourself and being aware that these women need your money and want it more than ever. I'm out for a walk today on a hiking trail in my property. You can probably hear the leaves crackling beneath me. And I'm pretty comfortable in my life. I'm able to do this while she is probably stuck in a country that has a lockdown and unemployed. And the women are realizing that a lot of their jobs are non-essential. They're really not needed. And as robots begin to replace most of what women were doing before, they need our money now. A lot of them can't get the same government quota enforced job. Like in the United States, there's actually laws that force companies to hire women when otherwise they wouldn't have been needed to fill that job. And that, because of COVID and government regulations going on, a lot of countries had to fire employees and let them go. And a lot of women are actually struggling right now, whereas a lot of us MGTOW men are still doing okay, because even in these times, we were aware of that. We might have knew about cryptocurrency where a woman wouldn't have. We might have been self-employed and have 3 or 4 clients that pay us. So when 2 of those clients can no longer pay us, we still have 2 clients that are giving us something, whereas she has nothing. And that's the thing. These women may start going after more guys that they may have ignored. A lot of these guys who she might have ignored, well, now she needs your money. And she might go in a relationship with you out of her survival need. So when you see these women coming after you, be aware. You have to know that it's not love. Do not fall for it. And you owe her nothing. So it's not like women expect us or feel entitled, or they just do it because there's always going to be some blue pill simp to provide for her. But that's the thing. We as men, whether you're a MGTOW or not, you have no obligation to provide for any woman at all, except your mother. That's the only argument that you could make. You might have an obligation to make sure your mother has an okay life, but that's it. No other woman you owe anything to. And that's the truth. Everyone is where they are in their life because of the result of their life choices. No one's just in their life randomly because everything is a result of our life choices. For example, when I was young, I chose to study programming on the side. I explained how I wasn't partying all the time and dating Becky. I didn't. Whereas she might have fucked 30 different guys, had her fun, was partying every weekend, and really did nothing. So when she looks back on her life, well, actually, when she looks back, she won't realize this because she's clueless. But for us, when you look back on anyone's life and you see the results of their life choices, it's no surprise where they end up. If she chose to study nothing, and really, high school is not important. If you go to high school, you're still useless in the real world of business, employment. You have no skill. When you graduate high school, you have no skill. You have to specialize in something. If you want to go to university or college, oftentimes you can learn a good skill, but you don't have to. You can also teach yourself and learn a skill for free. You can just type in anything you want and find a course on that, watch it a few times, and now you know it. So that's what I did. But even for some women who may have went to university or college, I don't want to be sexist or anything like that, but they might not have applied what they learned outside of school. So even for men in general, there's a lot of men in general still struggling, and they might have a job, but because they have now a woman to support and because inflation, it is really hard to support a woman. If you don't, it's two people. Like, why would I want to spend money supporting a woman? It just doesn't make sense. So for us who have lower expenses and usually a higher income as well, we just have a better life right now. And the women see that and they want your resources. That's all they really want in the end game. They don't want sex as much as we do. Our testosterone's 27 times their level. They don't want sex as bad as we do. And sure as hell she doesn't want it with you. She wants it with Chad. So at the end of the day, she's with you because she's settling on someone that she wants for your resources. And you have to realize that. Because if she wanted to fuck you, she would fuck you. That's it. Love isn't really that real, and you can still have sex with her because she'll be attracted to you for your resources, and there's nothing wrong with realizing that. But that's what the red pill is, realizing that, yeah, she's only with me because of my resources. If at the end of the day you were a broke loser, she wouldn't be with you. But Chadius Maximus, he is a broke loser, and she is still sleeping with him because he is good looking. So you have to understand, women are either with you for one or the other. You're either going to be the top 10% of guys in looks. And let's be honest, me, myself, I'm not in the top 10%. Most of you aren't. Statistically, most of you guys are not in the top 10%. So you got to then be realistic and understand that, yeah, she's probably going to be with me for my resources. And you can still be really good looking, and it becomes a combination of both. But at the end of the day, for a woman to be in a relationship with you, you have to have resources. And you can take that how it is. That is the red pill. And then once you realize that and really see it as being true, a lot of us just go MGTOW because you don't need to be in a relationship with a woman anymore. That's the amazing thing about feminism. Like, I am a male feminist. Oh, hell yeah. I don't need to be in a relationship. She's independent, liberation. And the result of that is you can just now have sex with her without having to commit or be in a relationship. So, that's the thing. Feminists don't see the consequences to their actions. And they end up alone and sad, and it really does hurt them in the end. But again, you have no obligation to her. You are living in a world that they created. This is where we are in a world. These are the laws. Okay, let's play by them. Cool. So based on the current laws and systems that exist, you don't need to be in a relationship to have sex. You don't even need to spend money on her. So that's why it's better for you to be investing that in your own bank account. Start saving that up so when times like right now come, you can have a really comfortable life and not have to worry. Well, you know that she's crying in her bed dreaming about Chad, but you are happy and you're having a better life. And that's really what MGTOW is about, because you don't want to be one of those people right now trapped in a country like Canada, the US, UK, Australia, unless you really want to. But for a lot of us, we like to have the freedom to be able to go anywhere we want and escape all that crap. Or even if you are in one of those countries, you need to still have the monthly income to support that life. Because you know right now she's probably living at her parents' house. She may be, like, who knows the situation she's in with a guy she's settling with, a guy that she knows she's settling with just because she wants a bed to sleep under, or because she has kids and now therefore, due to her female nature, requires someone to provide for her because that you have to do the right thing for your kids. So you're just seeing the consequences of their actions and the result of where society is. So all I want you to take from this is that you owe her nothing. You worked really hard to get where you are in your life and to acquire your own resources, or at the very least a skill set that allows you to make money and be where you are now. And she wasn't with you. And to be fair, let's say she was with you. Let's say she decided to be with you when you're 25 and might have actually wanted a relationship with her. Well, if she chose to be with you, she wouldn't have been allowed to fuck 30 chads. She wouldn't have been allowed to do all that fun that she wanted to do. And she made her choice. These women, there's young guys who actually want to be in their relationship that these women completely ignore. And these women then want that guy when she's 35 or 40 and her value's gone. And that's not fair. You do not owe those women anything. She didn't want you when you were 25 studying those nights away to become the amazing and skilled software developer you are now. She wasn't there. She was sucking Chad's dick. She didn't even study anything on her own. So not only did she not support you as a wife or as an emotional companion through your times of struggling and growth, she wasn't even with you at all. So she wasn't even studying her own skill set. So she has no reason to feel entitled or for you to feel obligated to provide for her. You owe her nothing. So next time you're at a bar and a girl comes up to you and says, "Hey, can you buy me a drink?" Your response is, "No, I don't buy women drinks." That's it. Next time a woman messages you asking to borrow $20, because believe me, women will ask for even a little bit of $20 just because that's how desperate and pathetic they are. Your response says, "No, sorry, I don't loan money," or "No, I don't loan money to friends," or whatever your response is just no. You owe her nothing. If they respond, "Oh, why not?" or "Oh, it's important," you don't need to respond to that. You already told her no, so no matter what else after she says, it is therefore irrelevant. If she asks you why not, that's an example of emotional draining. She's trying to drain you emotionally to bring you down to her level. Because deep down inside, these women don't want you to be successful because they know they can never be with you and that they're never going to actually get your resources. So they're jealous. It's hateful. And women will constantly try to bring us MGTOW men down. It might be through shaming, or it could be through emotional games and draining. And just be respectful when you say no. Be firm. Understand that they're coming from a desperate situation because these women don't have the financial freedom that we do. And they can tell that our lives are better. Like, you can just see how someone lives and know whether they're having a good life or they're not having a good life. It is quite easy. So they see us in these above average situations and how we are always happy and how nothing really bothers us and how we just do whatever we want. And they know that we're a target. If we are a simp, they will try to extract our resources. And if we're a MGTOW red pill man, they're just going to get mad and jealous when they realize that they can't extract our resources. So that's all I wanted to say to you guys. And a lot of you new listeners who might not fully understand these concepts, never spend money on a woman unless you're getting sex from her. That's it. I'm out. Jungle MGTOW.